What?
What? Say what?
Yeah, check it. So my section B about being gifted, which is people with IQ above 130. Truth be, it's just twisted. Due to the fact that it applies to 2% of the population. How that ain't enough to start a congregation. Why not we get to the level of a genius, which is an IQ above 140. Truth be told, I'd be lying if I were to be saying he will be getting all the glory. This local cat that studied his kids, named me Louis M. Terman. His study showed how much his high IQ kids would be learning. This group right here, called the termites, proved to still be successful as adults. 1,528 children. His IQ is 130 to 200. Yeah, you best believe it was in a cult. Yeah. Emotional intelligence, be what it is awareness and ability to manage your emotions or be self-motivated. Feeling what others feel. Empathy, that ain't something exaggerated. Yeah, emotional intel, that's what we all need. Dr. Goldman said it himself, we need to succeed. So he went ahead and did this study with 321 participants. You see, he chose the people to read their passages and check if they connect on the same degree. That's right, my homeboy Mayor saw their SAT scores and that became elevated. So he assumed that emotional and general intelligence might be related. Round 2, baby. Yeah, from there, we get nature and nurture. There's be a lot of info, folks, so please don't let it hurt you. Nature, first off, is the influence of hereditary plus genes. It's responsible for everything. Eyes, ears, even our spleens. Nurture, on the other hand, be about the environment. Our parents, friends, even the cities were responsible for our development. Once upon a time, there was these twin studies where they did these natural experiments. There were circumstances existing in nature that were examined to understand our bewilderment. That's right, genetically identical twins have 0.86 means of relation. Stronger IQ scores equal stronger correlation. Now the proportion of IQ change in population is caused by a little something called heritability. This estimated rate is 50%, making it a predictability. This thing called heritability applies to a group of people and their changes in IQ. Those with similar levels stick together like glue. 1994, Princeton and Murray introduced the book, The Bell Curve. They made several errors in this book. Oh man, they had some nerve. That's right, stating IQs that's mostly inherited and that poor people have a lack of intelligence. Turns out these claims were completely false as they eventually gained prominence. The people to thank for this go by Beardsley and Kamen. They discovered that Japanese Americans as top of the IQ ladder. Please don't be hating. In 1995, they concluded an important discovery about racial groups, saying that there's no real proof of genetic differences of intelligence. Now with that said, we out of the loops. Peace.
There's a developmental delay called mental retardation. It is very present all throughout the nation. There are 4 areas of weaknesses and strengths in which you can determine your child's intellectual length. The first is intellect and social behavior. If your child is delayed in this, they might act a little stranger. Reading, writing, social skills, and money. If your child isn't good with this, it isn't nothing funny. The second is all in the personality. If they're always throwing fits, you should change your mentality. And if their emotions seem to be out of whack, then you might need to consider having them looked at. The third has to do with health considerations, and if they aren't eating good, they may develop retardation. If you start to feed them well, you may become their savior, because although malnourishment can affect their behavior, oh my god, I just fucked up that part. Right. The last way to tell is to look at their home. If their environment isn't safe, then this must be known. This can affect the developmental process and it can lead to developmental losses. This is called familial retardation, which is caused by poverty in the environmental station. But there are 3 main biological reasons for developmental delay, and I swear this isn't children. The first is Down syndrome, meaning you have an extra chromosome. The reason or cause for this really is unknown. The second is fetal alcohol syndrome, when you're pregnant and drinking, the outcome of which the mother wasn't thinking. Last is Fragile Egg syndrome. The man has a defect in his genes. This isn't his fault though, so girls don't be.
So what is intelligence? It is the ability to learn and acquire knowledge, to understand and be able to adapt to new situations. With intelligence, you rise in the world. You get ranked ahead or left behind. There are 2 kinds of intelligence. G and S factor. G factor, which enables you to problem solving. You use your G factor intelligence for math. S factor is specific intelligence. Some have more than others. This intelligence gives you specific abilities such as music or art. Kanye West must have a lot of S factor, something that I am lacking. Intelligence doesn't stop there. On top of all, we got 3 other aspects of intelligence. Dang, there's more to intelligence than we ever thought. Analytical intelligence allows you to break down problems and analyze them for problem solving. Now, if you're good at math, you probably have high analytical intelligence. We also got creative intelligence, where you're able to deal with new and different problems to wind up solving another problem. Yes, I know, intelligence is way more complicated than we ever thought, but we still got one more to cover. Practical intelligence is also known as street smart. It's the ability to use information to get by in life.
So here I go, my section 7, 1 and 2, where the fun begins. Thinking goes as fast as thinking, organizing, understanding, and communicating to others. So what happens when I make a question, such as, where are your hands up, bro? You're gonna retrace it directly with mental image. Concepts, now here come the concepts. Are you in the mood for some food? Oh, you know what I'm talking about, but we might be thinking about some different good. Vehicle, vehicle. Don't know what that is, but hey, this concept is a superordinate for lorry, automobile, bicycle, ship, and just let it rip. Get it? Next on this pile comes a specific category of concept, and that is the subordinate concept. There are some that have their own rules and characteristic rules. This is a formal concept. Now, how about them experiences? We all learn from them because not all go into appearances. This comes to be a natural concept. Now, for phototypes, just kidding, prototypes. For example, I have a cat and he wears a hat, but hey, who cares if he's black or white? He's tight. So when you see one white, no matter the height, he will be the same or different from my prototype. So now problem solving comes to play, so hope you stay. How to describe this? It's the process of working out details of a problem to reach a solution within that solution. Trial and error. It all causes terror to try and fail in this long tail until through such process we can find success. Yeah! Now come here, try solving this. And 1, 2, 3, and just count and treat. Easy. They're just basic steps. Almost done with this one. Come use now this logistic heuristic and use experience for problem solving, learning, and discovery. Means and analysis. Just identify the goal and make a change to reduce the difference. Shall I conclude with this? The easiest of them all in this site now comes insight. We've all had that moment in atonement that a solution comes out to mind in a bind, and that infamous aha moment.
Yeah. So there's problems with problem solving, and that's where our creativity starts evolving. Nothing can be perfect, so let's work it. Functional fitness ain't no way you want to be thinking. The fact of only thinking of doing something one way when there's so many alternatives, nah, dog, you got to do some drinking. It's like not having a broom for sweeping. You could use a vacuum or napkin, but you'd be weeping. See, yeah. Then there's mental sets, which is the way you solve problems from past experiences. You thought we were done with problems? No, we still gotta solve them. You see, we got confirmation bias, which is searching for ideas that you believe in and ignoring everything else. Wait, what? So see, what I'm telling you is a reporter's only going to interview their same beliefs. Like, you see the Lakers? Yeah, they be the best team in the league. They ain't going to interview someone who disagree. Yeah, so enough of these problems, because we ain't going to solve them. So yeah, creativity is what it's all about. It makes you want to shout. See, creativity is how to solve problems by applying multiple ideas. Like when you have no stove, how are you going to make quesadillas? Most people would change their mind, but if you're creative, you're one of a kind. You can use a microwave or even bake it in the sun. But if you're really creative, you're going to have a little fun. You may be a convergent thinker or a divergent thinker. Just don't mess it up by being a heavy drinker. I'll tell it to you straight. If you're a convergent thinker, you're to hate. You see, convergent thinkers conclude solving problems to just one answer. But divergent thinkers take one object and find many different answers. If asked what a shirt and jacket would be used for, a convergent thinker would say, to cover your core. But a divergent thinker would answer, to use as a tie, or maybe even use as a plate for your pie. So that's it. We got kind of crazy, a bit. So we tried our best to help you with our test. Because wouldn't it would be red.
Yeah.
Was it recording like 2 minutes ago?
Maybe if you flip it, does it turn off?
Is it still recording?
No. But when we had it the other way... Yeah, look. It doesn't...
Oh, it doesn't.
Maybe it's turn... Or what the heck? Didn't we just do that?
It was like this before.
Yeah, like the whole time. What a dick.
Well, we know that the camera's right here. I think.